All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to be showing you guys today, I am going over the MT4 platform, what I meant by sessions, what I meant by reset of the days, and how it shows gaps. Also going to be going over how to log in, how to use the MT4 platform as well, all the tools it has, and how you can basically look at the charts while we trade beginning of next week on Tuesday. That way you guys are all caught up, ready to go. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen really quick. Okay, now, for those of you who are on the phone, if there is any of you, which I doubt, but if there is, I recommend you watch the webinar recording after. But basically, this is mostly going to be visuals. So whatever you see me doing is what you'll be learning off of. Okay, so 1 second. All right. Can I get a confirmation that you guys can see my screen? Yes, I can see it. Perfect. All right. Okay, so this here is the MT4 platform. This is on a computer, laptop, desktop. Okay, so the way you get this is, if you don't already have it, you have to go to your broker's website. So whichever broker you have chosen, you go to their website, and it should offer MT4, the MetaTrader 4. Okay, so download it specifically from their website, because brokers have contracts with MetaTrader 4 owners. Okay, the founders of MetaTrader 4, the program, they have contracts with different brokers. So if you download the MetaTrader 4 from the wrong broker or the wrong website, you're not going to be able to log in, because that is owned by whoever, not owned, but the contract is with them. Okay, so make sure you download it from the right place, otherwise you won't be able to log in. So the way to log in, once you open MetaTrader 4, you go to File, you go to Log into Trade Account. Window's going to pop up. You put your username and password, and most of the time, many times, it's going to ask you the time zone or specific type of account you have with that broker, depending on the broker. So you will go ahead and fill that out, press OK, and at the bottom right of that app, the MetaTrader 4, you'll see these numbers. You'll see the green and red here, and you'll see these numbers. What that means is basically you have connected to your account, and it's now live and running. You're good to go. You have signal. But if it's an invalid account, meaning you weren't able to log in, what it'll show on the bottom right would be not valid or invalid account. Okay, so those are the error messages you would be seeing if you did not put your login correctly. So make sure you put your login correctly so you can go ahead and log on to your MT4. So now, this here is a MetaTrader 4 platform. Okay, so the first thing I would like for you guys to do is, if you are brand new to this, you just downloaded MT4, this is the first time you open it, you're going to have 4 windows pop up with 4 different currencies. Close all of them except for one. When you close all of them except for one, you're going to maximize that one. You're going to press the top right here, maximize that window. So it should cover your whole screen, okay? So now, the way to look at all the pairs that are available for you to trade, what you're going to do is you're going to go to View. You're going to go to Market Watch. Okay? You go to Market Watch. this column on the left side is going to pop up. This is going to show you all the pairs. Now, sometimes it is going to show a few pairs just like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to right click on this window. You're going to click on show all. Once you click on show all, you're going to see all the different pairs show up that you are capable of trading. Okay. And with many other brokers, you can trade gold, you can trade silver, you can trade all sorts of things. Okay. So once you have all these pairs lined up and are showing, what you're going to do is exit that window. And the way to go to that window much faster, rather than click view and then click market watch. If you click on view and click market watch, you can see this little icon right here with a green arrow pointing up, red arrow pointing down. Okay, that's the market watch icon. That's the same icon that is right here. Same exact one. So you just click on that and it automatically opens, okay? Same exact button, same exact way to open that up. So that's the market watch. Now, to look at your balance, to look at your current trades, okay, the way you can do that is you go to, rather than market watch on the icon here, you're going to go 3 to the right, and you're going to go to terminal, okay? This one here is the terminal. When you click on that, it's going to show all your active trades. It's going to show your balance. It's going to show all the information you need on your free margin and all those details. It's also going to show you your trade history. So click on that, trade here. So all the active trades are going to be placed here. Okay. So if you have a trade open, it's going to show here. All the way on the right side where it says profit is going to show how much money you're making or how much money you're losing. Okay. And then it'll show all the numbers here for each trade, each detail. All right. So now you go to account history. When you go to account history, you're going to see all these different, you're going to see all the trade transactions that you've ever placed on this account. Okay. So all the trade transactions you've ever placed on the account, details including where you exit, where your entry was, how long it took for you to exit the trade, what date you entered, every single detail that you can possibly think of is on here. Okay. So those are the two main ones that you're going to need, is the trade and the account history. That's it. Okay. So that's how you look at current active trades and past previous trades you have taken or the auto trader has taken. Okay. So now this chart here is not going to be the same as the ones you currently have. The reason why is because this is specifically designed for my method. This is a custom-made chart. Okay, what I mean by custom-made chart, I designed it so that it fits my method and it fits me. Okay, so these color schemes, these indicators, which are the exponential moving averages, the TDI here at the bottom, these are all indicators. These all help confirm a trade, take a trade, exit a trade. Okay, so all of this stuff you guys are going to have. I'm going to make it downloadable for you. That way you guys can upload it and use it as well. Okay, I'm going to make sure to give you guys access to it. I'm also going to upload a video so that you guys know how to upload all these indicators, templates, and whatnot, since you guys are here to learn. So this is what you're going to be looking at. Okay, now there's different ways you can look at a chart. I prefer candlesticks. So these bars here on the chart, these are all candlesticks. Okay. There's also bar charts, which is this here. When you click on these three icons here, they show differently. Candlesticks, bar charts, there's a line chart. I'm not sure why it's not showing the line chart, but I don't know why. But candlesticks is what you need to put it at. So if you just open the MT4 platform for the first time, you're going to have it here. Okay, so make sure you put it on candlesticks. Now you can zoom in, zoom out, so that you can see details on the charts. Okay, you can see previous history and whatnot. It's going to be very helpful. You're going to need to zoom in and zoom out. Okay, so now you have that. Now, there's different time frames, okay? Different time frames you can look at. So currently, let's say for this one, I'm gonna put it on the 1 minute time frame. What 1 minute time frame means is that each bar, each candlestick takes 1 minute from open to close, okay? So that means price for this minute bar, this minute candlestick, it was at this price, okay? These prices, whatever price it was moved on, this price, okay? And it took 1 minute from open to close to move on to the next candlestick. All right, so here you have all the time frames. You have the 5 minute. What that means is each candlestick is worth 5 minutes. It'll take 5 minutes from open to close. Then you have the 15 minute. Then you have the 30 minute. Then you have the hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly. Okay. What I'm going to be teaching you guys, I'm not going past the 1 hour. I'm only using the 15, the 30 minute, and the 1 hour to trade. So just also know that the higher the time frame that you use to watch these charts, the longer it'll take for you to enter and exit a trade. Okay? The shorter the time frame, the faster it should be. So now, this here, these two icons here at the top, this green one on the left, what that is simply if it's clicked on, it'll stay on current price. What that means is that if you try to move the chart, it'll come back to the current price. You can't really look at previous candlesticks or previous days. It'll come back automatically when price moves. Okay. Now, if you don't click that, you can move. You can move, you can practice, you can look at formations, you can see at previous prices, and you can just study, okay? You can study previous patterns, previous days, weeks, all right, years. So that's what that does. Now the one on the right, that does is just basically shifts the chart. So it eliminates the gap. So most of you guys will have that clicked when you first open the MetaTrader 4. I like to keep it like this just because, I don't know, I like it, I prefer it. But so you can do it based off of your preference. So that's that. Now, let's say you want to look at multiple charts at once. You want to look at multiple pairs. You bought 2 different pairs, 2 different currencies, and you want to look at both at the same time. So what you're going to do is this. I currently already have 2 different pairs open right here at the bottom left. You can see I have 2 different pairs. Okay. Now, most of you are going to have one because, well, many of you are going to have one because I told you guys to close all 3 except for 1. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on Market Watch. You can go to any pair, right click, then go to Chart Window. It's going to bring up that pair's chart. Okay. Now, once again, I'm going to give you guys a template so that you guys can make it look like this. So don't worry about that now. But that's how you load a new chart. Okay. That's how you load a new chart. So now that you have the new chart uploaded, how do you watch them both at the same time? What you're going to do is right next to where it has the zoom in, zoom out buttons, on the right side is going to have something that says arrange the windows. Okay? It's going to have 4 boxes right next to each other in a square position. You click on that, it automatically does it for you. All the windows that are down here is going to show up up here. So now you can watch more than 1 pair at a time. Okay? Simple. So now that done. Okay, so now the way to place trades. Let's say I see a potential on this trade, Australian Canadian, Audi CAD. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the chart. There's multiple ways to do it, but I'm going to show you guys different ways to do it. You're going to right click on the chart. You're going to go to where it says one click trading. Click on that top left on the chart. This is going to pop up. So most of the time, well, for those that have never placed a trade on the MetaTrader 4, what's going to happen is when you try to click it, and please don't click it if you have a light account and you're funded, when you click it, a window's going to pop up basically saying you understand that when you click this button, you're placing a trade and yada, yada. So agree to that and then press it again. And that's when you press this, buy on the right, sell on the left, it'll automatically place a trade for you. Now, here in the middle, these numbers, what that is the lot size you're going to put, how much you're going to invest. You can edit it. Okay? All right? So you can edit it. Put the number you want. Always make sure before placing the trade, you have the number that you want there. If you don't, edit it. Then you click sell or buy. Okay, now to exit that, you're going to right click on one click trading again, and it'll disappear. So that's one way of placing the trade. Another way is on the top of the bar options, you're going to see something called new order. When you click on that, this pops up. This here, basically all you have to do is input information and it'll place a trade for you. So you got to make sure, the first thing you got to make sure is this the correct pair? Yes, it is. Is this the correct amount that I want to invest? Yes, it is. If not, you can choose from the listed, or you can just edit yourself. Okay? So now, one second. So now, you edit it, you have that. All the other stuff you don't have to worry about just yet. Okay? So now when you go to type, you're going to make sure you have market execution. There's pending order as well. Market execution is clicked when you're trying to make an instant trade. I'm going to show you guys the rest of the stuff. Just not, right now it's not the time. So the three things you have to worry about when pressing new order is the pair, the investment size, and make sure it says market execution. Then you're going to press your sell or you're going to press your buy. Okay? Once you do that, it'll place a trade for you and this window will close automatically. Okay? So that is how, those are the two ways to place a trade. There's one that's quicker, one that's slower, but eventually you're going to use those because you're going to need more information to put on your trade. All right? So, excuse me. So now, there's many more instruments and tools that you can use here. Okay? Some are measuring tools, some are to help you indicate whether you're going to buy or sell. They're helpful tools to indicate that. Some are to highlight areas, important areas, so that you can study. You can see important, you can make important areas stand out. So basically, it could be helpful as well when it comes to studying. Okay, and it'll be very useful if you could take screenshots as well. That way, when you save them, you can pinpoint exact places on your charts that you were studying. I will show you guys how to use all these tools later when we are actively trading. That way you can see what the tools are exactly used for, since you guys don't understand that now. Okay, so those are the main tabs and tools that you're going to use. Okay, there's many other things that you guys will be learning on this thing, on the MetaTrader 4. So that hopefully by next week you guys will have learned everything, and have been informed of it all. So now, excuse me, I don't know why I keep yawning. So now, these two lines that constantly move, their current price, okay? That's how it's going to look. Current price is going to be consistently moving at a rapid pace, okay? It's going to keep moving up and down. It doesn't have one true direction, okay? So that's what you're going to see. On the lower time frames, they tend to move. They seem like they tend to move a lot more, okay? So that's really it for the MetaTrader 4 platform. I'm going to get into more detail from all of that next week when everybody is informed about the basics of it. Okay, and I'm going to be uploading yesterday's training and today's training tomorrow onto the library. And you guys will be having access to the library videos very soon. Wayne is currently working on that to make sure you guys do have access to all the recorded videos, okay? So what I taught you guys yesterday, I taught you guys session times. I taught you guys little hints and tricks about when to trade and when not to trade. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go over that with you guys today. Now, the session times, if you guys remember, are Asian, London, and New York. Asian session, London session, and New York session. I told you guys the times for it already. If you guys don't have it, it will be uploaded. It will be on the video that's going to be uploaded tomorrow. Okay. So those 3 session times, I mentioned one that I don't trade, and that's the Asian session. The reason why, once again, is because that's the slowest moving, least activity market. Okay. That's the least moving session. There's more money in London and New York session that could be made. The reason why is because London and New York moves a lot more and a lot faster than Asian session does. Okay, so now I told you guys the Asian times. We are currently in the Asian time. It's about an hour in already. So if we put the time frame on the hour, you can see that this current hour candle started 30 minutes ago. So it's 30 minutes. This one is 30 minutes in the Asian session. This candle right here on the hour, this red one, is this long red one. That one, half of it was in Asian session, half was not. Okay, so if you put it in 30 minutes, you can see the exact candle. So Asian session started in this small green candle right here. Okay, that's when Asian session started, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. So it ends at 12 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, so it still has some time to go before it ends. So now, roughly around this area to this area is all Asian time. Okay, all Asian candles. Now, look at why I said it doesn't really move much. Look, most of the time it was moving sideways. Okay, it didn't really have much movement in the the market. Same thing over here. Not much movement in the market. Okay? Same thing over here. Not much movement in the market. Same thing over here. This one had a little more movement, but you get the point. Don't waste your time on Asian session. At least not with my method, because you won't make that much money at all. All right, so then you have London session after. Look what happens. London session begins around this point, around the middle of the period separators, which are these dashed lines. Each dashed line represents a new day. Each dashed line represents a new day. I'm going to show you guys how to set that up. Not now, but it's going to be set up automatically on your once I give you guys access to my template. Okay, so it's very helpful. As you can see, when London session roughly starts, which is in the middle, it tends to move. In the middle, it tends to move. In the middle, it tends to move. Middle tends to move. New York session starts around this area, or this area tends to move. This area tends to move. This area, what does it do? It tends to move. So, London and New York tends to move. That's why you only trade those. Take a break during Asian session. Don't waste your time. Really, don't waste your time. Take a nap. Take a nap and stay up on the money-making times. Okay? So, I also mentioned that there's gaps on a reset time. Yesterday, when I was training you guys, I told you guys that just like we have a 24-hour system, the market has a 24-hour system. Ours ends at 12 midnight. The market ends at 2 in the afternoon Pacific time. Okay? So that's their 24 hours. So from 2 p.m. to the next day, 2 p.m., that's one full day. Okay? That's one full day. From 2 p.m. to 2 p.m., that's one full day. All right? So now, I'm going to show you guys what the market tends to do when it opens on a new day. So this is right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so remember I told you guys the period separators here. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. Nope. Okay, so this dashed line indicates a new day. It indicates 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Okay, so look what happens. Time be from 5 p.m. Eastern to 50.
I'm sorry, 5 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern for the reset.
That's correct. Eastern time, yeah. 5 p.m. Eastern, and it'll be 4 p.m. Mountain time for the new daily reset of the market. So, look what happens when the market resets. This is a new day here, this period indicator here. This is a new day. This is the first candle of that day. It opened much lower. It left a gap right here, basically. What does that mean? That means, for example, let's use today. Today, at 1:59 p.m. and 59 seconds, or 4:59 p.m. and 59 seconds, the market closed at this price here. Market closed at that price where the red line is placed. Okay? Market closed at that price. And at 2 p.m. 0 seconds Pacific time, 5 p.m. 0 seconds Eastern time, the market price opened down here. Okay? So that's what tends to happen. It also tends to happen when the market opens for the new week on Sundays. I told you guys that the market opens on Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific time and closes Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So it tends to do it when the market opens on Sunday. Except it tends to do it a lot bigger. Okay? So this is one of the reasons why I tend to not trade after 11 p.m. Pacific time, which is 11, 12, 1, 2. 2 p.m. Eastern time. I don't trade past that. Reason why is because that's too close to the daily reset. It's too close to 2 p.m. Pacific time. I don't want to have my trade go on to the new day if it's not a lot of money that I'm going to make. Okay, if my exit point is not that far away, then it's not worth taking the trade close to the new day reset. All right, so this strange activity here, the gap that skips price, what that means is basically the market moves so fast that it did not record the prices in between. Okay, it was not capable of catching the prices in between because the market price moved so fast that it just skipped. All right, so that's what that means. So remember, do not trade during Asian session with my method, and you're going to learn my method. And the other thing is, do not trade. Yes, that is correct. Yesterday I did say 11 p.m. Pacific time, and that's what I'm still saying today. That's still the same. That hasn't changed. No, PM. Actually, sorry. AM. My mistake. Did I say PM? If I said PM, that's my mistake. Yes. So it's 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so I don't trade past that time. Thank you. If I made a mistake saying that, Jim, thanks for correcting me. So, yeah, I stopped trading 11 p.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. AM. I said PM again? Oh well. You guys get my point. So, just make sure you note that down because those are where the biggest mistakes can be made, okay? That's where people lose money. So just make sure you have that down. So you guys have the MetaTrader 4 basics down. You guys can work your way around it. You already know how to look for different pairs, how to open up the chart, okay? How to look at them now. I'm going to make sure I give you guys this template, okay? It's going to be downloadable for everybody in the company, whether you guys have the webinar package or not, okay? It's going to be available for everybody. Now, not everybody's going to be able to use it if they did not sign up for the training. They're not going to know what all this means. So, once I make that available for you guys next week, I'm going to go ahead and start teaching you guys the more advanced stuff about the MetaTrader 4, how to use a lot of indicators and whatnot, and get more detail with it, okay? But you guys already know how to use it. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and message me. 1 second. Okay, so Rad made a recommendation that I should always mention times. Always basically all the times that I mention should always be in Eastern time. If everybody is okay with that, if the majority agrees, then let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I'll mention the times from now on will be Eastern. So you guys can type on the chat if that's easier for you guys, and I'll go ahead and do it. So who agrees? Okay, looks like the majority agree with Eastern. So I'll go ahead and all the times that I mentioned from now on are going to be in the Eastern time zone, okay? All right. So that, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I know, Joanne, I'm bummed too. Pacific time is always the best time. So that is basically it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so next week, once again, we're going to start trading. We're going to start live trading. I'm going to start the auto trader on the 8th, which is this Sunday. So if I already see setups on this Sunday coming to Monday, you already know you're going to start making money, okay? So we start live again next week. It's money making week for the year. First week of live making. All right, so now trading sessions next week. You guys should already have the schedule. If not, I'm going to go ahead and post it again this week before the new trading sessions come on. All right, so be prepared for that. When the recorded videos are uploaded, make sure you study them because I'm going to keep moving forward. If you don't ask any questions, you're going to get stuck and you're not going to be able to keep up. So make sure you do that. Do your studying, do your part. I can only do so much. So I will catch you guys next week and on the chat. I hope you guys have a great night and a great weekend.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. And Brad, yes, I will list all the currency pairs that the auto trader will be I have that on the first training video, Brad, so I'll go ahead and post it, okay? I'm gonna post it tomorrow. The training video has all the currencies that the auto trader will be trading, okay? So that'll have you informed before the new trading. All right, have a good night, everyone.